Central Dealerships present Football Friday Night, sponsored by Arkansas State University, Cox Power Sports, and Dr. Brown and Dr. Copeland.
Hello and welcome to Week 10 of Football Friday Night. We've got 11 games on the show tonight. We're going to recap all of Thursday's action, plus we've got highlights from tonight, and that includes our Central Dealerships Game of the Week, Paragould at Greene County Tech. That's later, but first, let's start in the 6A East with Jonesboro. The Hurricane at home last night hosting Little Rock Hall in the season finale. First quarter, JHS going to get on the board first. It's Cowan Wright in for the score, 7-0 Jonesboro. Second quarter, the Warriors would respond. David Patton pounds it in for the 2-yard score. Hall cuts the lead to 7-6. Then right before the break, JHS gets on the board again. It's Mo Malugin finding Zach Brooks for the Jonesboro TD. And the Cane goes on to a win big last night by the final of 41-6. Moving on to the 5A East, Wynn at home tonight. The Yellow Jackets hosting Nettleton. First quarter, Wynn get a strike first. Zach Morris is saved by the bell. Morris in for the 20-yard score. 7-zip Yellow Jackets later. Second quarter, like the Empire, the Raiders strike back. It's Tanner Williams finding Drew Bryce in Nettleton. Down 7-6 at that point. Later, Wynn going back to its traditional running game. It's Okie Oring on the nice 20-yard run, and that play would set up this. Check out Jerry Perry on the reverse. Perry gets in for the score, and Wynn holds off Nettleton tonight, winning by the final of 41-13. Staying in the 5A East, Blytheville closing out the season tonight, hosting Forest City. First quarter, the Mustangs on the move. It's Barrett Aston to Davion McKinney. And check this stiff arm out right there. McKinney going to get in for the score. That ties the game at 7-all. Later, Blytheville going with its bread and butter. Albert Anderson keeping it on the ground. A nice first down gain for the Chicks right there. Second quarter, the Chicks going to stay with that running game, keeping it on the ground again. But Forest City playing great defense. A big stop right here by the Mustang defense. And as we check the words and numbers, there you see it. Blytheville downs Forest City tonight by the final of 28-12. Jumping down to Conference 3-4A, Pocahontas at home last night hosting Osceola at Schoonover Stadium. First quarter, Osceola up 6-0, but Pokey would answer. Matt Sullivan finds Jack Baltz for the score. 7-6 Skins, but that lead was short-lived. Zach Armstrong was strong. He gets the handoff, and Zach is off to the races. Johnny Brown with the nice block coming up right there. 12-6 Seminoles, second quarter now. Tony Dancy says he wants to get in on the act. His score right here makes it 18-7, and Osceola finishes unbeaten in conference play. The Noles winning on Thursday by the final of 37-21. Staying in Conference 3-4A, Valley View and Westside met in their annual Week 10 game last night, picking things up 31-zip Blazers in the third. The View looking for more. Timmy Merton to Daniel Martin for the 17-yard touchdown. The Blazers up 38-0. Later, the Warriors trying to fight back, but check it out right here. There's a fumble on the play. It's John Fawn with the recovery for Valley View. A nice return after the scoop up there, and that set up this. 2 plays later, Timmy Merton calling his own number right here, and Timmy is gone, folks. He's going to take it down the sideline and dives in for the 52-yard touchdown, and Valley View beats rival Westside by the final of 45-6. And that's 5 games down, but we've still got 6 more to go, including our Central Dealerships Game of the Week. Tonight's matchup comes from the 5A East. It's Paragould at Greene County Tech. Chris Hutchison joins us now live from Eagle Stadium. Chris? And that's the sound of the Mark Tree High School Band. They did an excellent job tonight keeping Indian fans fired up, and for their effort, they're our FFN Band of the Week. And welcome back to Week 10 of Football Friday Night. It's the final week of the regular season. And now let's get back to the highlights, and we start with action from Conference 3-3A. All of the 3-3A games played last night. Hoxie hosting Harrisburg on Thursday. Turnovers killing the Mustangs. For example, on the punt right here, Hoxie can't handle it, and Roger Lattimore recovers for Harrisburg, and that would set up this. Later, it's Mason Costner in for the score. 8-0 Hornets at that point. Still in the first quarter, more from Harrisburg. Zach Davis going to scramble around here a bit, and he finds Turner Norsworthy for the score. 16-0 Hornets. Hoxie does get on the board in the second quarter, though. Jeremy Anglin to Jonathan Quesada, but it's Harrisburg getting the win last night. The Hornets take it by the final of 39-12. Staying in Conference 3A, Manila playing at home in Week 10, hosting Rivercrest last night. Picking things up in the second quarter, Rivercrest up 14-0 and looking for more. Des Moines Brown on the rollout. Des Moines looking for his man, and he's going to find him. It's Terrence Banks on the other end. Turns out to be a 65-yard score, 21-zip Colts. Next drive for Manila, and the home team gets on the board. It's Josh Miles to J.J. Hilton, and J.J. would do the rest. Hilton motoring down the sideline for the 60-yard score, but later the Crest would answer the Colts, keeping it on the ground. Trevor Gregory going to get in for 6, and Rivercrest wins 56-13. One more game from Conference 3A last night. Piggott hosting Corning. First quarter, third play of the game for the Mohawks. Alec Samples takes it in for the TD, 7-0 Piggott. Later, second quarter, more from the home team. Spencer Comer going to take the rock, and he's rolling. Spencer going to take it down the sideline and get in for the score. 14-0 Mohawks. Later, inches from the goal line and seconds from the half. The Bobcats was pounded in for the score, but it's Piggott getting the win last night. 26-7 was the final. Heading to Conference 3-2A now. Mark Tree at home tonight hosting Rector, picking things up a late first half. Second quarter, Rector trying to fight back after falling behind 20-6. The Cougars going with their ground game. It's Clint Haley with a nice gain to move the chains, and a few plays later, Rector going to go to the air. Dustin Sparks going up top. He's going to hook up with Cody Hampton, and the Cougars are in the red zone. But check this out. On the very next play, Mark Tree would respond on defense. It's Anthony Smith with the interception for the Indians right before the half. And as we check the score in this one, the home team gets the win tonight. Mark Tree takes it by the final of 34-8. Changing gears from high school to college football now. Arkansas State is back at home this weekend. The Red Wolves returning to conference play, hosting Lafayette on Saturday. And when it comes to this series, ASU has the overall edge, but Lafayette currently owns the 4-3 lead over A-State in Sun Belt competition. The most recent ULL win came last season when the Cajuns came back to down the Red Wolves 28-23 in Lafayette. A loss head coach Steve Roberts and team remember all too well.
Darius Glover picks off a pass, takes it back for a touchdown, and gave us a 2-score lead there in the fourth quarter. Felt like we would be able to hang on to that. We were unable to get the first downs we needed, keep the clock moving offensively, then unable to get the stops we needed defensively. So definitely felt like we let one slip away last year.
And we'll see if Arkansas State can get a little payback this year. It's the Red Wolves and the Ragin' Cajuns this weekend. Kickoff is scheduled for 2:30 on Saturday afternoon. Over in Fayetteville, the Razorbacks are also getting set for a conference game on Saturday. The Hogs hosting SEC Eastern Division foe South Carolina. And you can see all the action right here on KAIT. Coverage begins at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. And that'll do it for college football as well as Week 10 of Football Friday night. A very special thanks to all our sponsors. And for Chris, the fans man, Adam, and our entire FFN staff, I'm Mitch Lilly saying thanks for watching. And here's one last look at all of your Week 10 high school football scores from both Thursday and Friday's action.